Hi, it's Tim Hagan from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode for the Coaching Conversations podcast. Now, we are on Stitcher, we are on iTunes, and multiple different channels. Please check us out. Now, one of the things that you'll get out of our podcast episodes is a lot of content, a lot of strategy. It's not fluff, it's not concept, yet we really want you to engage with the content and let us know your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If there's topics you'd love to have us address, we would love to share them with you. Let us know your impact and let us know your feedback. I think about when we are coaching people and we think about everything going up. I just saw a great video by a gentleman by the name of Travis who was talking about the AI apocalypse and we're going to have a shortage of talent. But are those two going to intersect? Are they going to bump into each other? And obviously they are. I go back to one fundamental thing that we are very focused on here at Progress Coaching, and that's coachability. I think about a YouTube channel I just saw with a young lady who talked about being a generalist. She's a jack of all trades. And it was really one of the greatest things I've ever seen because I've always thought, well, you got to specialize. I'm almost wondering if we're coming full circle. Let me explain. When I think about what's coming, we're going to have to use AI. You're going to have to use ChatGPT. You're going to have to become skilled or at least a user in some fashion. So as I do this podcast, I just saw one of the greatest little tools on podcasting. I didn't quite understand it at first, but essentially what they do is they take one of your podcast episodes, they build it around a WordPress plugin, and then basically it converts it into a form. And once you fill out the form, it sends you back suggestions based on your form. And I'm like, specific to the content of the podcast. I'm like, no, that's a creative idea. As an owner, I cannot ignore those things. You know, for years, obviously people have made fun of me because I have ADD and, obviously the shiny object syndrome might be one of the best skill sets I've ever had. Has it been a distractor and at times caused a lack of focus? Oh my gosh, yes. My former coach, Scott Rasmussen, would say that all the time. Well, I think there's a little distraction here. I go, a little? There's a lot. So when we're coaching, we have to be really widespread in what we're doing. And what I mean by that is we have to be very widespread in terms of what we're doing. And we have to be very conscientious of the things that we're doing to gain traction with our careers. I'm going to give you an example. If you do manual editing at a newspaper, you will not be doing manual editing at a newspaper in 2 years, if not now. So what are you going to do? Go into your boss's office and say, I know that the tool does it faster, but I don't want to switch careers. What are you going to do? I know that's kind of a rough, crass depiction. So let me ask you as a listener of this, where do you think people need to embrace the change? Where do you think that people need to really look in the mirror and say, you know what? I need to explore coachability here. See, coachability is about understanding yourself, that when someone's giving you feedback, advice, mentoring, coaching, guidance, that it's not personal, it's for your well-being. We spend so much time resisting and pushing back on feedback that we fail to realize it's really just cloaked in perception. And if we opened up that door to perception, we probably would become more skilled. We probably would be well prepared for what's about to come. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagan and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.